Well, hello there everyone. All in one chess this side. So today I will be briefing you about the basics of chess which are essential for you to get started. So without any further ado, let's get started. So first of all, I will be briefing you about the pieces, how they move and their value on the board. First, let me give you the initial position. So the initial position is like this, white and the black. So first of all, let's talk about the kings, the most important pieces on the board. They can only move one square except for when they castle. So there are two types of castles, short castle and long castle. So in castles it can move two spaces. So it is mainly done to protect the king from any aggressive tactics. So it castles like this, castle, and this. This is how it castles. So the king is the most important, because if the king is given a check and it has no space to move, it's a checkmate and you have lost the game. So now it's time we talk about the queen. So the queen is the strongest piece on the board, even stronger than the rook and bishop combined. So it can move diagonally and straight. Its value on the board is 9 points. So now it's time for the rook. Rook can move straight only. So its value on the board is 5 points. Now knight. It moves in an L shape and changes the color of the square every turn it plays. So one special feature is that it can hop over pieces. For example, pawns are surrounding and it can just do this. Let me show in a real game. For example, e4, e5. It can just hop over the pieces and come here. Fine. So its value on the board is 3 points. And now it's time for the bishop. It moves diagonally. So if the bishop starts from the c1 square or the f8 square, it will stay on the dark squares till the end of the game. And if it's on the f1 square or the c8 square, it will remain in the light squares for the end till the end of the game. So its value is 3 points, equivalent to the knight. And now the pawn, the little guy. So at start it can move two spaces. Otherwise it has to play like 1 1 1 1 1. And now about the promotion. So for example, if the white pawn reaches the 8th rank, it can be converted into either bishop, either knight, either rook, or either the queen. And if the black pawn reaches the first rank, it can either be converted into the bishop or the knight or the rook or the queen. So sorry, I just played the white pieces all over. Yes. So now how it captures pieces? It moves straight, but it captures pieces only like this. Took. It cannot capture straight. For example, this. It cannot do like this. Fine. So now let's talk about some basic concepts of chess. So first let's start with double attack. So knight is a special double attacker. For example, bishops to this double attack. It is attacking the rook as well and the bishop as well. And if we attack, this is a triple attack. It is attacking the rook, the queen, the bishop and all. So it can also be done by bishops like this. The knight is here and the rook's here. Double attacked. And it can also be done by the rook. Like this, for example, this double attack. And the queen can do as well if the rook and bishop can do it. The king can also do double attacks. For example, the rook is here and the knight here. No, not the knight. Well, the pawn has given a check to the king. Wait, not this. King can play like knight. This is a double attack. This is a double attack. Knight moves, the rook's taken. Rook moves, knight's taken. So now let's start with another concept, the pin. So it is mainly done by the bishop. For example, in pins, a weaker piece or a piece with less value comes in front of a stronger piece. So here knight is pinned. If knight moves, queen is taken. So it is basically done at the start. For example, if we place e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, g3. Sorry, not g3 actually. Castle on the king's side and knight c3. After d3, white plays this. What's happening? White plays like this, white can play like this, so that's why black has to play this to stop this, because the knight is getting pinned. So it can also be done, it cannot be done by the knight, it can be done by the rook. For example, this pinned, bishop can't move, and the queen can also do as well if the bishop and rook can do. The king cannot pin, and the pawn can also not pin. So skewer is same as pin, but in skewers, the stronger piece comes in front of the weaker piece, like this. Queen moves, the rook's taken. Fine. So now let's get to discover attack. So discover attack can often be done with the double attack. They both come hand to hand, like a package something. For example, this is like this, and the rook, white queen, yes. So here, like, take this queen. So now the queen is also under attack, as well as the king. If the king takes this, it can also even take this. Easy. Well, it is mostly done with that queen. For example, the bishop is here. Sorry. Yes. Takes this check, takes and takes. Fine. So now let's take up a basic opening. Here is it. So how do I have to go about it? So this opening is taught to beginners if they are playing for the first time. So it's something like this: e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, and then castle on the king's side, knight c3, d3, h6, knight c3, then castle on the king's side. And instead of knight c3, he can also play the move bishop e3 if he wants to, like, add another attack to the black and gain another tempo. Black has to move back, and then he can play knight c3, and then castle on the king's side. White plays queen d2, d6, h3, then to move this, we move it backwards, and the queen plays d7 here. So the development only finishes when both the rooks are connected. Please remember this. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and share. And if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Bye.